Here's a little video tour of the 2006 Sprinter 2500. I'll just start on the outside and sort of make our way in. It's running right now. And when you come in here, you can kind of see the countertop. This is a stove. The propane tank is just underneath the cabinet here, and the automatic clickers are on the solar battery, so they're just always on. You don't have to use a lighter or anything. I like to turn these on before I go to bed for just a few minutes, and it really kind of puts out a nice amount of heat. It doesn't burn the cabinets or anything, but puts off a fair amount of heat. This is a sink. It's got portable water that's underneath the sink here, which is a pretty simple system of 5 gallons with a pump in the bottom of it, and then 5 gallons of gray water. So as soon as the gray water is full, you just dump it and fill the fresh one back up. This is a cool little spice storage that's magnetic. It's pretty strong. It's not going to come off. Knife rack. More storage. And pots and pans and all that good stuff. In the back here is the bed. This is a king-size bed. It's king-size this direction. I sleep long ways because I'm 6'3", so it's too short for me to sleep the other way. But it's about 6 or 8 inches shorter than a king-size on the one direction. And this is a Cloud Futon organic cotton mattress. It's a really nice bed. Underneath is a huge storage area that my kids like to sleep in. It's like their little fort. This fits a blow-up mattress, and they have their lights, and this is kind of a way that you can have more than just 2 people sleeping in the bed. This is the solar situation under here. This is the Yeti, and it's an all-in-one system. It's the battery, the inverter, has outlets. You can take it out and use it on the cabin or in a power outage. It's extremely handy, and that's all relatively new, and they last for about 7 years, 5 to 7 years. There's more power right here with some USB outlets that are always on, rigged to the solar. There's some more storage, little calendar, bulletin board, boxes, hooks, things that aren't going to fly off when you're driving. The door shuts. This is the slider delivery door from FedEx that I really liked. It's kind of a cool feature. And it keeps it the heat when you're driving. If you're driving and it's super cold, keep it closed, and it warms up the cab pretty fast. You don't have to heat up the rest of the van. But it's got a Bluetooth touchscreen deal, which the power, how it was wired, is right here. And so when you turn the car off, you have to remember to flip that shut or it'll kill the battery. Accurate miles, original miles. The front seat is This is actually a boat seat. The seat that was in it when I got it was basically just this thing, which is not much to sit on for a passenger. So this has a seat belt, and it's a little more comfortable than what was there before. There's a toilet, and it's under here, and it's just a really simple composting bucket toilet system. It's kind of just for emergencies, but it's just a really simple bag bucket toilet system. And you just toss the bag after every use. Don't use it unless you really have to. I can show you the outside of the van. You got shore power right here, where you can charge up your solar just by popping in an extension cord, just a regular 3-prong thing. This is a cool little boat window. It's pretty funky and cool. Just adds a little ventilation when you're camping. Something to look out of. It opens and closes. It's got a pretty beefy bumper that can handle lots of weight. It's nice to step in and out of when you're getting in and out of the back here. There's lots of storage that goes all the way back here, and it's long enough for a longboard. I keep my 9-foot longboard all the way to the front there. It's good for skis, tent poles, anything that's really long out of the way. And then back here is kind of the same deal. These are the windows that I have yet to install. The 2 camper windows. One is going to go right here where this is still exposed, and one was going to go right in the back here, in the back window. There's a backup camera. It's adjustable, so you can point it at the bumper or you can point it a little further out. The doors are all just a little rickety, meaning you just have to really slam them. There's another ladder on the side here that's a little easier to get up on. This one's a pretty far step. You have to kind of use your knee. This one's a little easier because you can use the tire to get a head start. But it's got the roof rack. It's got 4 pretty strong bars with the rails and brackets in them. The deck was the one thing I wasn't able to install before I sold this thing. Having a deck up here. The solar panels are covered in snow right now, but they're actually not hooked up to the solar panel, to the battery. I have a different solar panel that I wanted to put on top of the deck. That's all in the back, and I can install that before someone takes off with it. It's gonna need new tires soon. They're not terrible, but they're not the greatest. Kind of old. Should get some new tires on this thing, and you shouldn't have any problems. The backup camera is just always on, which is sort of a weird wiring thing. It was a homemade job. It wasn't done rigged up to the transmission computer properly, where reverse would activate it and the other gears would turn it off. But I like having it on because it's pretty good visibility, because you can't really see much back there, obviously, when you're driving around. You got to rely on your mirrors. Diesel. That's sort of just a basic walkthrough. I'm sure there'll be other questions. Oh yeah, the main thing, the worst thing about this van, the door just broke. The slider door stopped latching right here. Usually I just gave it a little bump and it would suck shut and click, and it just stopped clicking. I've taken it apart. I've tried everything. It just needs either a new door from another Sprinter, or this little part in here needs to be replaced. Until then, I have this little adjustable latch system. The padlock goes on there. Just keep it secure and keep it watertight. There's another one on the inside, and that's sort of a temporary fix until I can get the door figured out. Anyways, feel free to give me a call with any questions about this 2006 Sprinter 2500, 129,000 miles.